Hello, in this video we will cover the negative exponent property. Basically, we can have a variable or a number with the negative exponent, and we will use property to make it into a positive exponent. We don't like having negative exponent in a problem. I will start with 5 to the negative first power. So in order to do this, I will be multiplying times 1. Anything multiplied times 1 is itself, and I will be dividing by 1 as well, because I haven't changed anything. So this is just for me to show you what happens behind the scenes. Equals. Now, in order for us to make an exponent negative, we have to move it to the opposite spot of where it's at. So numerator at the top, denominator at the bottom. Let's say the one with the negative exponent is at the top. We have to move it to the bottom and it becomes positive. Now, let's say the one with the negative exponent is at the bottom. We have to move it to the top to make it positive. Going back to our problem, we have 5 to the negative first. That's in the numerator, so I will move it to the bottom, which is the denominator. So 5. When you move it down, the exponent becomes positive. So I'll put it 5 to the first power. Now this one right here, I will move it over at the top, and this one I will move it over at the bottom. Now let's simplify it some more. At the top we keep the 1. At the bottom we have 1 times 5. That would be 5. And we will also get rid of the exponent, because an exponent of 1 you don't have to write it out. So that would be the problem. Let's move on to r to the negative 3. Using the same property, I multiply times 1 and divide by 1. So the r moves to the bottom and becomes r cubed. The numbers as before, they just move over. Now, you don't have to write those numbers down. That was just a way for me to explain. So if you see that the r is at the top, all you have to do is move it to the bottom and make it positive. Take a look at that's exactly what happened in the property. Example number 3. Now we have a problem where the number with the negative exponent is at the bottom. Kind of like this one right here, the one that I'm circling. Therefore, in order to make it a positive exponent, you move it to the top. X squared. Now we cannot leave anything at the bottom. You could put a 1, but you don't have to. You can just leave the x squared, because that would be the same. So you could actually skip that step. Now we have to look at the last one. I will start by putting a 1 on every number that does not have an exponent, such as this 2. Then I will go in order, and any number with the negative exponent will move to the opposite of where it's located. Any number with the positive exponent will stay where it is. Start with 2. 2 to the first power. That's a positive exponent, stays at the top. Next one. X to the negative 3. It has to go to the opposite. Right now it's at the top. It will go to the bottom and become positive 3. Y squared is the next one. That one is positive. I will move it to... I will keep it. I'm sorry. Next one is negative 1. I will move it to the bottom. Same thing for the numbers at the bottom. I will use a different color so that they stand out. 3 to the negative 2. That means I have to move it to the top, times 3 squared. The next one is a x squared. I will leave it where it is, followed by a z to the negative 2. That's opposite, becomes z squared. Of course, we will be rearranging the numbers. I will be doing it right up here. I will put, first I'll evaluate 3. Square is 9. Times 2 would be 18. Then I will look at the letters. Y squared is there. Z squared is there. At the bottom we have x cubed and x squared. I will combine those using the product property, which gives me x to the 5th power. I added the exponents. And last but not least, we have z. So this right here would be the answer for the last problem.